Hello, manifestors. Let's talk about beliefs today because there is a lot of contradicting information about beliefs. So who's right? Some coaches are saying that you need to believe in order to manifest, and some say you don't. So which one is right? This is what we are going to talk about today. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel, like the video if you liked it, comment and share it if you can so more people like you can become master manifestors. My name is Sylviane. I am a manifesting coach. I also have a blog where I write about the law of assumption. I have a podcast every Tuesday. I have a free Facebook group, Manifesting Group, according to the law of assumption and the teaching of Neville Goddard. And I have a paid membership Facebook group as well. And all the links are down below in the description box. So I had to make this video about beliefs because I've heard contradicting information out there. This is why people are so confused a lot of times, because they hear contradicting information from different coaches. I have to say that for the most part, manifesting coaches do agree on most of the things, right? But sometimes, like in the case of beliefs, there is a very contradicting type information. So some people are saying you need to believe in order to manifest. And some people are saying, you don't. Who's right? Well, let's talk about this today. So my goal with this video is that you will no longer be confused about the belief subject. Do I have to believe that my desire is mine, or is it okay if I don't believe? How does that work? So when you hear contradicting information like that, you will know the answer. And by the way, the answer that I'm going to give you is based on my experience and the experience of some other people, from my own clients, from other people, and even other coaches who are talking about their experience. So, do you have to believe that your desire is yours in order to get it? Well, the answer is not as clear as we would want it to be. Because truly, based on my experience and the experience of many other people that have talked about their own experience in this regard, the answer is yes and no. Yes and no. So let me explain. And this is why we are hearing opposite information. Let's say you start affirming that you have whatever it is that you want to have, that whatever it is that you want to manifest. You are affirming that you are this, that you have that. At first, you are not going to believe your affirmations. You are using affirmations to change your mind, to change your subconscious programming, to change your thoughts, to get into the habit of having different thoughts. When you start affirming, you do not believe what you are affirming. But as I always say, a little trick that I always give to my clients when they start affirming is to create an intention. It does not matter when you start affirming something you do not believe. You won't. Nobody believes a completely different type of affirmation than the ones that they have told themselves their whole life, for years and years and decades in some cases. So you're not going to believe it at first, trust me, you're not. And by the way, for those who have not understood that yet, affirmations are thoughts. And for those who say, I don't affirm, yes, you do all day long. It's called thoughts. It's what you're thinking. Those are your affirmations, guys. So when you start telling yourself a new story, when you start changing your thoughts with the use of specific affirmations in order to create specific new thoughts. What's important is the intention that you put, the assumption that you put. That's why it's called the law of assumption. So the trick here is when you affirm, you need to intend, you need to assume that the moment you open your mouth to say that affirmation, it's going to affect you. So what happens when you do this? It's that it releases the need for the belief. You affirm with the intention that the moment I open my mouth, I know it's taking effect whether or not I believe it. And when you do that, you will notice that your manifestation, more often than not, will start appearing before you actually believe it. That happened to me with my business and money. When I really started taking the bull by the horns because I was so fed up of my results and started affirming every single day. I started with even out loud rampages, doing EFT. I did it all at once. And I intended that I knew I did not believe it, but I intended that this is what is going to happen. My affirmations are already taking effect as I am speaking, whether or not I believe it. And I started receiving messages, receiving emails from people writing or saying the exact affirmations that I was saying. Now, did I believe it? By the time I received those messages phrasing almost word for word my affirmations, did I believe it? No. Frankly, truthfully, I can't say that I did. But you see, because my intention, my assumption was that the moment I open my mouth, this thing is taking effect, whether or not I believe it. Well, it started manifesting before I actually believed it. And my 3D experience started to shift before I fully believed what I was saying. What happens is that when you start seeing the reflection of your affirmations in the world, in the 3D world, then and only then, really, the belief happens. Then you start believing it. So, do you have to believe in such a case? Do you have to believe that your desire is yours to manifest such desire? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily at all. But it's your intention and your assumption that you will see the intention that your experience is changing right now. It's beginning to change right now as you speak. In that case, the belief, the true belief, trust me, only comes afterwards, once you see it in the 3D. Now, let's talk about other techniques to manifest your desire to change your mind over. Let's talk about doing SATs, doing imaginal act. When you do SATs, when you do any type of imaginal acts, the reason we are doing this is to feel it real, to feel that we already have our desire. Now, feeling it real may or may not help you believe it, though. Because trust me if I tell you that I have some clients that are very good at imagining. They are 10 times better than me at doing SATs. They feel it. They're really in it. They are expert of SATs. I have a few clients like that. Now, did that help them to manifest their desire any better, any faster than anyone else that, for example, wasn't good at SATs and used other techniques to change their beliefs? The answer is no. In some cases, I know some cases, they are excellent at SATs, but for some reason, their manifestation, it's not coming about. Even though during their SATs sessions, they are truly, fully, completely in it, in the belief. Why is that? Well, it's because, as Neville called it, they are double-minded. So, at night, they are excellent at doing SATs. They can really plunge into that scene, forget themselves in the 3D, and really be in that 4D scene. But during the day, what happens? All their negative beliefs, their limiting beliefs about themselves are coming up again. Themselves and their SP or any other desires, other things, their beliefs in general are taking over. Therefore, whatever is more predominant in your mind, it's always going to take over. And in this case, while they are excellent at doing SATs, there are too many contradicting beliefs during the day that is preventing them from achieving their desires. So in this case, the belief is extremely important. Because you see, it doesn't matter how good you are at doing SATs, which frankly, most people would say that is the most powerful way to manifest. You know, you feel it real, boom, it's gonna happen. Well, it's not as simple as that. And with the experience that I have, not only my own, but so many, hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands maybe by now, I have a lot of data to share. And I can tell you that giving you this example, this specific example of being excellent at SATs, but if all day long you are running a different and opposite pattern, so to speak, and that opposite pattern is your predominant one, your SATs will, they will not manifest. Because in this case, again, it's your deep down beliefs that are going to prevail. So this is why, guys, that when you hear a coach say that you must believe, and when you hear another coach say you don't have to believe, they are both right. They are just not explaining the whole thing that I've just explained in this video. Because no matter how good you are with your imagination, with falling asleep in a scene that implies that you have your desire, since there are 24 hours in a day, if you spend 23 and a half hours thinking mostly the opposite of what you imply during your SAT session, well, this is what is going to win, because that strong belief will always be more powerful, obviously. But if you exercise this exercise that I give to all my clients, to start affirming specific affirmations that are meant to change your thoughts, but without pressuring yourself that you must believe your affirmation in order for it to work, but instead to intend that the moment you open your mouth, this affirmation that I do not believe right now, it's taking effect. So I don't even care that I don't believe it right now. I know it's taking effect. When you go about it this way, then you will see things appearing in your 3D before you actually believe it. And then, once you see movement because of your intention, because of your release of any pressure of, oh my goodness, I must believe this or it's not working. No, you intend that it's working either way. That's why it's called the law of assumption. Then when you start seeing movement and results, then you construct a strong belief. And then you're done. So guys, I hope this video is clarifying for you the reason why you hear opposite information about beliefs. Thank you for listening. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you are new here. It helps my channel and my videos to be seen by more people who need to hear this information. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.